All right, we're talking with Christine, and she's going to be sharing a little bit about the process she went through over the last 6 months of working together. So, Christine, I don't know if you want to kick it off. What were you struggling with before you hired me? And what was that moment that you recognized, like, I need to figure this out? This isn't working.
Yeah, I saw your email and you had a promo for the new year. And, coming out of the pandemic with my career, it was a really difficult time. I'm a property manager, I work in real estate. And it was a really stressful time. The market was volatile. So we were getting, changes all the time with, what the requirements were, shutting down services, opening up services, contractors not being able to provide. And so it was really causing volatility in my day to day with my job. And that started to cause, physical, mental, spiritual volatility with myself. And I just lost track of what I do in a day. I lost who I was. I was feeling, you know, scared that I wasn't going to be able to do this anymore just because the work was so stressful and I felt like I wasn't giving my best to my clients. And I'm very good at my job and I've been doing it for a very long time. I've been in this industry for 13 years and I felt like I had reset back to zero. It was very unsettling. And I had a come to Jesus moment with myself. And I said, okay, well, if this is the career that I want, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, what do I want that to look like? How do I want to do that? And so this program seemed like the perfect way for me to get on track and not only focus on, getting on track with my job, but getting back on track with myself.
Oh, I love that. Can you speak a little bit about the results that you've created? Like, what has changed as a result of going through this and implementing the Becoming Limitless process?
Yeah, I think I'm just the best thing about it is I'm more focused, I'm more clear, I am less reactive. I'm more learning to be more and more proactive. I've also started again to learn to praise progress. So, even if it's a small change that I've implemented, I've learned to, use it as a building block, use that as a foundation to start from. And I think what this process has taught me is that I'm not starting from zero, I'm starting from experience. And that's a huge thing. No matter what you're doing, whether it's your career, whether it's your physical health, whether it's your emotional or mental health, you're starting from experience. You're not a baby, you're not a child. We've all been through a lot and you can really lean on the experience you have in your life to get you to that next step and to, help you optimize the good life that you already have.
Oh, that's so good. And I know coming into this, like you have some big goals coming up, some really exciting goals. And one of the things I remember you saying is, I need structure in place to make that happen. So can you tell us a little bit about what some of that structure you put in was and how you think that's going to help your business?
Yeah, I think prioritizing like my exercise is really important because it keep make number one, it helps with my sleep. Like I have been sleeping so much better just from working out. And I can feel it even on the days that like maybe I don't eat as well or I have alcohol, I still sleep better because of exercise. Because exercise clears your brain, it clears out, dead cells, it helps you rebuild, physically. So I think that that's the biggest component is that I've gotten my workouts back to a structure that I know it's helping me and it's not taking away. Like before I was so unorganized that fitting in a workout really did throw my schedule off. So firstly, prioritizing that and getting my sleep on track has helped me be more focused and clear during my day. I can get my work done. I feel like I'm I feel like exercise is like a privilege now. I'm really happy that I can do this, right? It's like it's not that I have to work out, it's that I get to work out. And so I think that that mindset change has been really awesome. Um and then, all of these other habits have really been helping, just being more mindful of like what I'm eating, when I'm eating, why I'm eating. That's been really helpful as well. I feel less sluggish. I feel like I have way less brain fog. And that's been very helpful with my job, my career, and, even my partnership um, with Charles. So I just feel like it sounds counterintuitive that by scheduling yourself and having like knowing exactly what you're doing, it feels like that means that you're going to be doing a lot or doing too much, but it actually just means that you're only doing what is needed. And you can then fit in the things that you want to do. So it's just been helpful. I do love routine and I do love structure. And so when I get outside of that, that's when things start to get crazy.
Yeah, I love how structure just creates a very clear path. And you were
Yeah.
bang on. It doesn't create restriction or too much to do. It really frees up our brain energy and focusing on what we need to do.
Yeah, and it's good because, like, even when, like, a friend will call me on the weekend and they wanna go out or do something, it's like, I'm not stressed about, like, "Oh, I can't do that because I haven't done my workout." It's like, "No, my workout is done. I've had a good meal, I've drank lots of water. You know what? I can, splurge, or I can go out with my friends and have a good night. I'm not guilty. The guilt and shame is gone because I'm doing the right things, right? I'm getting my work done, I'm getting my workouts in, I'm drinking water, I'm eating well. So when I can have fun, it's fun. It's not stressful anymore. Fun used to be stressful,
I lo- we love
which
fun
is
or we
crazy that I would
yeah.
say that it was a fun thing, but it was stressful.
The fun attitude makes everything so much easier. So
Mhm.
would you say that going through this process, everything felt very actionable? Do you feel like you always knew what to do next?
Yeah, I always knew what to do next, and I knew that if I didn't do it or I couldn't implement it, that it was still something that could be done. It's not like what I like about this program is that it is a moving parts, right? So if you didn't eat as many vegetables as you wanted or you didn't drink 2 liters of water every day, you can still do it. It's not like it's over. It's not like you can't go back. And it's
Mhm.
good because but you
Yeah.
can see where you progress to. And if you fall off the wagon, you can just go back to that point. You can look at the program, you can look at, your progress and see where you need to be and where you want to get to. And you can just get right back into it. So I like that about the program is that it's all laid out and it doesn't go away. It's always there for you.
Oh, that's amazing. So last question, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about like, I don't know if I have the time for this. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I could do it. Someone who's on the fence about joining this, what would you say to them?
I would say to do it. Like, you're never gonna be 100% ready to do anything. You're never gonna be 100% ready to open a business. You're never gonna be 100% ready to be a mom. You're never gonna be 100% ready to get into a relationship. But you need to do as much as you can so that you know where you are at, right? If you wanna go through the program, get some things on paper, and then just work the list, work the program. It's no one's gonna tap you on the shoulder and tell you to when to start,
Mhm.
so, if you have the means, if you have the ability to do it, it's not going to be a detriment. It is so worth the time. And it's a starting point. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being a specific person when you're done. It's about learning about yourself, learning your limitations and learning to become limitless.
I love that. And you know what's funny? This just kind of made me think about something you said just before we hit record on this. And it was like that being healthy and taking care of yourself is not something you can put on autopilot. It is time well spent and it doesn't add to your life and it takes away. And I think you summarized that beautifully there.
Yeah, it doesn't take away. It totally adds to your life. Every moment that, you have a plan, it helps you know that it's a safety net, right? Like when things go crazy, when there's, a serious situation or, an upset at work or whatever, you have a landing pad. You have a safety net that you can go back to. And, learning how to love yourself and learning how to be in your own company is probably one of the best things to do to be, a strong person in your community, in your career, in your relationships, because when you're interacting with other people, they're interacting with you. Like we think about us interacting with others, but those people are interacting with us. And if you want people to enjoy interacting with you, you have to enjoy interacting with you, right? You can't love your, no one else is going to love you if you can't love yourself. So I think that anyone that's on the fence, if anything, it'll just help you learn to love yourself more.
Beautifully put. What a beautiful way to wrap up. Christine, thank you so much for sharing your experience. And it's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'll see you very soon in the future.
Want to know more about the Becoming Limitless program? Everything you need to know is linked in the description. You can head to my website at tanessashears.com to learn all about the program. Or if you're not ready to work together yet, you can check out my free podcast, Becoming Limitless. It's the go-to podcast for entrepreneurs who want to optimize their brain and their body with biohacking.